Lee Watts with Ashby Watts Consulting. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you've seen some other videos and you're coming back to learn more about marketing and branding and learning more about Ashby Watts Consulting. So of course I talk about in my other videos how much I love to connect the dots and how much I love teaching and talking about marketing and branding. It is my passion because I believe everyone has a story and everyone needs to tell their story. And so I like to help people and organizations and companies tell their stories the best ways possible. Today, I'm going to talk about client experiences. It is kind of an under talked about topic, but it's so powerful because ultimately in marketing, you want your clients, your customers, your followers to be raving fans. You want them to come back over and over and over again. First of all, it helps your bottom line because it costs less to reach people that already know you than to reach out and get new clients and new customers and new people. And then it helps your bottom line also because they refer you and they talk about you and they do the work for you. It's like having brand ambassadors. So you want to create raving fans. And one of the ways that you can do that is by creating great client and customer experiences. Because ultimately, and I say this a lot, for the most part, people don't buy companies or buy, of course they buy the product, but what people really follow and what people are really buying are other people. And whether that is because they have a great client experience with you or because they love your story or because there's just some type of emotional connection there. So we cannot ever ignore the emotional connection part when it comes to marketing and branding. And so that's part of what I'm going to talk about today, just very briefly, just client experiences. And how are you using that client experience, that customer experience in your own business or organization? How do people feel when they come to your place of business or when they do business with you? How are you making them feel? How are you setting yourself apart from others? So I'm just going to share, I think, 3 or 4 points today. And of course, if you have any questions or if you would like help on developing a client experience or customer experience strategy for your company, you can always contact me. So one of my first points today will be for people to understand and know, and this is going to sound very elementary, this is going to sound very simple, but I promise you it is almost for every client I've ever dealt with, it is the point that they want to move past the fastest, the quickest, because they think they got it. But if you do not master this, you will keep making the same mistakes and you will have ineffective marketing. But for you to really understand that not all clients are the same and that you really need to know who your audience is and how to speak to them. So normally when I ask this question, people say, oh, my target audience is women between the ages of 18 and 65. That's a lot of people. And there's no way that you can talk effectively to them when it's that broad of a range of people. And I bring this up with client experience and customer experience because if you do not know exactly who you're talking to and know what emotional needs, generally, emotional needs that they're looking to have met with dealing with your business or your organization, you may miss the boat. You may not be meeting their exact needs. You may not be speaking directly to them as you need to speak to them. Your messaging may be off, or you may not know how to create a great client experience for them because you don't know who your audience is, or you're talking to too big of an audience. So really know who your clients are and what their emotional needs are, what they're looking for when they're dealing with your business. So for example, if you're a good example is if your client, your target audience are busy professional women in Atlanta between the ages of 35 and 50. Okay, so that's a broad range. Sort of, but it's still very targeted. You know their age, you know what city you're looking at, you know kind of what they do, and even when I said busy, you kind of know what their issues are, right? So if you're a CPA or an accountant or a lawyer or something like that, your job, just knowing that, you know who you're marketing to, you know kind of some of the places that they go and maybe some of the things that they're reading. And then you also know, because I said busy, what their burden is and what you're trying to help them solve. So that means all of your client experiences and customer experiences probably need to be very efficient, concise. You're helping them solve that busyness. You're making it a great client experience to deal with you. You're keeping things online. You're making things seamless. You're making it that if they don't get to you until 10 o'clock at night because they had to put the kids to bed and they had to work late, that they can still get stuff done. So you have to stand back and look at your business and look at your target audience and say, the processes and procedures and the things that I'm offering, is it meeting my target audience? Now, you can do that exercise. It doesn't have to be a lawyer or a CPA firm or anything like that. Think about your industry. Think about your audience. Think about who you are and what brand you want to put out. And is your business, are your processes set up so that you can effectively do that? All right. So point number 2 is to add value to their experiences. So again, what value, I've talked about this in another video, but know the value, know what differentiates you, know what you bring to the table, and know that you need to make sure that shows up all the time, okay? So don't keep trying to recreate the wheel and do all these great magic tricks with your business. Know what you do well and do that all the time, okay? So find ways that you can quickly and consistently always add value and work that into your client experiences all the time. So that way, part of that good client experience, good customer experience, is that your clients always feel like they've gotten something from you. You didn't waste their time. They always walk away feeling like, wow, that was very valuable, or I got my money's worth out of that, or that they always give me something when I come there. So, or when I experience them, or I go to their website, or I listen to them, or whatever it is. But make sure you add great value every time you are encountering your customers, your clients, your followers. And that is one of leads to my third point. And there are a lot of other points because client experience is so broad and there's so many ways that you can add value and increase and have a great client experience strategy for your company. But my final point that I'm going to make today, because I don't want to keep my videos too long because I know you guys are all busy and you got things to do, but know your touch points. So sometimes you have to step back as a company or an organization and really think about all the different touch points of a typical client or a customer. And that could seem so elementary, but it is so powerful to do because you think about, and I'm just going to take you through a quick example of what I mean. And this is what I would do if I were working with you on a client strategy, experience strategy plan as well. But think about, okay, someone has heard about my business. They go to either my social media or to my website. What are they experiencing? What are they seeing? Now they want to visit my business, maybe without calling me or with calling me. Without calling me first, and they just want to show up and visit. Do they have good directions on the website? Am I easy to find? What is the feeling they are getting before they even meet me? Because sometimes if you're not easy and the directions aren't clear and you're hard to find all of this, you've lost them because people don't have time to do a lot of research when other people and other businesses are right around the corner that they can attend. So making sure just contacting you is easy and just step back as a business and look at all of that. And then let's say they did decide to call you. What is your receptionist saying? How are you answering the phone? How are you returning calls? What is your voicemail? Little things like that make a difference. So you have to step back and think about, what is the client experience? What are people getting from the very beginning with me? Um, Thirdly, I'm talking about the client strategy experience. Yes. So then once they come to your business, what are they experiencing? Or if you're meeting them off site somewhere, what are they experiencing? What handouts are you giving them? What surveys are you getting them? How are they signing up? How are they giving you their information? What type of follow-up is there? How do they get their invoices? Is it easy for them to pay? Is it difficult for them to pay? Is it clear? All of those things make a difference, and it's part of the client experience. So make it a great experience for your clients, because they will be, one, raving fans. They will tell others about you, and keep talking about you. And then two, they'll come back for more and more and more. Okay? So it's a relatively easy thing to fix with your business, and the payoffs are tremendous, tremendous. So don't ignore your client experience strategy. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you need help with this, because sometimes it does take someone from the outside coming in and really taking a look at what you're doing and providing some different feedback and a different perspective. So if you need help with that, of course, call Lee Watts, me, at Ashby & Watts Consulting, and I can sit down with you and we can quickly and easily start solving that problem for you and connecting the dots. So have an amazing day. Go out there and market, brand, and connect some dots, and visit me again for my next video. And be sure to share my videos with others, okay? And as always, if you have any questions, any concerns, anything you'd like more clarification on, email me at lee@ashbywatts.com. All right? Have an amazing day. Thank you.